Hello viewers, good evening and welcome to Vox Africa TV. My name is Frank Evans Anderson. Today we have a very special program on Ghana State Housing Company projects. All around the world, housing has been a major issue for various governments and Ghana is no exception. Today here in the studios of Vox Africa TV, I have Dr. Mark Ankra, who is the Managing Director of Ghana State Housing Company Ghana. We'll be discussing various projects they have going on currently in Ghana. You have some at some point you have the chance to call into this program, ask questions, and give us feedback. For now, Doctor, very welcome to Vox Africa Television.
Thank you very much indeed.
First of all, let me just quickly start. Let me just apologize for the late start. Let me just start by asking you, how did the whole journey to State Housing Company begin? Briefly, if you can just tell us.
Well, I think that I was engaged in February of 2010. I had applied to the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing to consult for the ministry after relocating from the UK to set up a private consultancy. And basically my main objective was to work with the technical team to look at the housing policy, because I believe that to actually really provide credible intervention for our housing shortage or shortfall, we need to start from a policy vision. And it was very important for us to look at that policy document. I mean, your viewers will recall that we have a national housing policy document that has gone through a lot of work and is yet to be, passed through cabinet for implementation. So there was still the opportunity to look at it and see what we can add to it. And I was of the strong opinion that, there was the opportunity to do that, because we were suffering from a lot of technical issues in terms of how we deliver housing in Ghana. So I thought there was an opportunity. After consulting with the ministry over a period of time, I think the technical men suggested to the minister at the time, Honorable Abe Abongo, that they thought that rather than consulting, I'd be, invited to come in the house after several interactions and presentations to them. On the first occasion, I turned it down because I wanted to operate from the private sector. Second time, there was another approach, because I felt strongly that, for us to do something credible, we need to start from the policy, source. So after 3 times, I was invited by the chairman of the Council of State and some other people. And after several times, I also consulted my spiritual father about the fact that I needed to take up this appointment. Eventually, on 2nd February 2010, I was selected by the board after being interviewed alongside another gentleman who also had been nominated for the same position.
Okay, we'll come back to your journey to State Housing Company, but let me just remind the viewers, at some point, you'll be able to call us, ask questions, ask Dr. Ankra a few questions you have. We'll let you know. The numbers will be on your screen very shortly. But let me just come back to you again. How have you been able to manage the transition? I mean, you were living here in the UK, working here in the UK. How easy or difficult was it for you to manage the transition from UK into Ghana? Well, what was it, the challenges you encountered briefly before we go to the major issue for today?
I think the challenges are not any different from most people, except that I happen to be a very stubborn guy. I was determined. I had a strong conviction that having been working here, studied here over 18 years at the time, it was time for me to go back. So with all the difficulties, I wouldn't suggest at all that it was easy, but I was determined, and I think I have a stubborn streak in me as well. So
perseverance, that's
absolutely, absolutely.
Let's go to the major issue with State Housing Company. First of all, let me ask you, what brings you into the United Kingdom? And I understand you are on various outreach program as a company, State Housing Company.
Yes.
What actually brings you to the United Kingdom?
Well, I have a strong, relationship with the UK, as I said earlier on. I've been here for 18 years. But most of my colleagues who are in the diaspora, I believe they have a strong role to play in pursuing the socio-economic development of our dear motherland, Ghana. And housing is key. I think that most of the people in the UK, in so many ways, understand housing a little bit more than our good brothers and sisters in Ghana. So I'm also aware that some of the challenges for our people in the UK is the access to housing or accommodation when they come to consider relocation. I believe that we need a lot of our diasporan human resource to come back to Ghana. And one of the key things that people consider when relocation comes into question is accommodation. A lot of people have fallen victim to all sorts of people, including family, when it comes to acquiring land and trying to construct houses for them. And I feel that where we are in terms of the state housing development activities, if we want to kill two birds with one stone, get our quality human resource back home, and at the same time provide housing for them, then there's no better place to start than the United Kingdom. And of course, I also believe that knowledge is not found in one person. I believe there are a lot of quality professionals from Ghana in the UK when it comes to housing. I want to come and share our ideas and also to receive more. I've been away from the system for nearly 3 to 4 years. So many things have happened. Things are changing. We live in a dynamic environment. So I thought that why not come and share the opportunities and also take something away and take it back to Ghana.
Brilliant. For our viewers who perhaps may not have heard about State Housing Company Ghana, or perhaps do not know about the company, just give a brief history about State Housing Company, what you do, what your mandate is, and so we can advance the discussion from there.
Fantastic. I mean, the State Housing Company is the lead implementer of public sector housing. It operates under the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing. And it started as a department under the colonial administration, responsible for providing housing for the colonial staff and some of the local people who were working within the government at the time. And really, it started as a small department, as I said, and then grew into the Gold Coast Housing Corporation. It went through different stages where the mandate was expanded to deal with the growing population at the time in terms of natural increase. So the company was tasked to provide housing for Ghanaians of all income groups. So it went through the housing department, Gold Coast Housing Corporation, then Ghana Housing Corporation, eventually became the State Housing Corporation. As we speak right now, it's the State Housing Company. This change came in 1994 when it was converted from a corporation to a company. This is a very significant occurrence because that marked the end of government subvention.
Okay.
When it was a corporation.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm just going to hold you. I have a caller on the line right now. Hello, caller. Good evening and welcome to the program. I think we may have lost that caller. We may have lost that caller. Yes, you can proceed, please.
Yes. So at the conversion in 1994, it was implemented in 95. State housing lost its subvention status from the government. It means that government did not provide budgetary allocation for the state housing. Government stopped acquiring lands for the State Housing Company, and it was expected to run as any ordinary limited liability company, except that the government was a 100% shareholder. The interesting thing is that prior to the change, government provided all the money, got the land for them, and State Housing just built. And as a clear social housing commitment, the government also made sure that they set up they fixed the prices through the Prices and Incomes Board. So State Housing was not able to sell at the market price. So the profits were controlled. Okay,
we're going to come back to that. I have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good evening. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Oxford. My name is Frank.
Hello, Frank. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, what I want to ask Mr. Ankra is, for some time now, the private real estate programs, companies, have taken over the housing sector in Ghana, and there are a lot of problems with regards to accommodation. So what is he saying about that? Because recently we just had this SPS fiasco, and then now we are hearing there's a new company coming to start something. So what is really going on in the housing sector in Ghana? Because it's really, really expensive to go private renting and all that.
Okay, Frank, thank you very much for your call.
About it?
Thank you very much for your call. We're just about to go on to that particular segment of the program. But let me just add my question to Frank's question so you can answer both at the same time. There's this talk about Ghana's housing deficit running to the region of 1 million, if I got the figures right. What has been government policy, as a state to accommodate the growing numbers of the population, to accommodate the Ghanaian population? If you can add that to Frank's question as well.
Okay. I think I'll start from yours and then
Brilliant.
add Frank's. I think there's no question that successive governments have been committed to providing housing. With the decision to convert state housing to a company was in response to the socioeconomic realities and also our international stakeholders. I'm not holding brief for that particular policy, but even if you look at what is happening worldwide, the face of public sector housing has changed quite tremendously. What we cannot do is to sit on the fence and allow the government not to participate actively. I think for a long time, central government policy had been to facilitate the private sector to deliver. I think that whilst one can understand, what necessitated this position, it is important that government also open itself to other models that have worked. Okay. Because to try and provide housing for the general populace, the majority of whom incomes are very low, will not work. Mm-hmm. I think we have to find an innovative way where government can participate. There are examples in the Eastern Asian countries where government provide infrastructure. The reason why it will be difficult to expect the private sector to fully provide housing in Africa, and Ghana is no exception, is the fact that infrastructure cost is very high.
Okay. I'm just going to take a quick call. I'll come back to you very shortly. Hello, caller. Good evening. Where are you calling from? Hello? We may have lost that caller.
Yeah.
But you were talking about, Frank did ask a question about private companies taking much of the role of housing Ghanaians. Mm-hmm. What is the connect between the state housing company and the private real estate developers? What's the connection between?
Well, yeah, when I joined the state housing company, state housing had then registered to become members of the Ghana Real Estate Developers Association, GREDA, and I found that as a very strange arrangement because state housing is supposed to be the mother of housing, and in any case, it is the head, and GREDA had created an umbrella. GREDA is doing and has been doing a fantastic job, except that they needed more support.
Okay.
And the private sector cannot deliver housing for the affordable sector all by themselves unless the right support and the policies are there to make sure that happens. I think Frank's concerns are genuine. Okay. But as I said in my presentation at the High Commission on Friday, we want to talk about STX. STX is in the past. Right. I think there are very good things happening, and Frank was asking about that.
Okay, we'll
I'm
come
sure
back
you
to that.
You want to. Okay,
we'll come back to
that. Yes.
STX, and I have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Good evening.
What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from London here.
What is your name, please?
Huh?
What is your name, please?
My name is Mr. Frank Ware.
Okay, Frank, you're live on air.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead with your submission. Can you turn down?
I just want to ask about the price.
We'll come to the price. Frank, we'll come to the pricing issue as we develop. But can you go ahead and just ask your question, please?
The question is regarding about. I just want to know the price of the area where the properties is because I'm so curious about the properties. I love to stay in Ghana because I'm from Nigeria because I want to get some properties over there.
Okay, thank you very much for your call, Frank. Before we add Frank's question, what are the projects State Housing Company is involved in right now, and what are you expecting Ghanaians? Is it just limited to Ghanaians or?
No, Ghana is becoming, the business hub of this.
I'll just take this call and then I'll give you the time to make out.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Oh, I think we lost that caller. Let's just finish with you.
Yeah, I don't think the Ghana market is being prepared for just Ghana. Ghana has provided, if you like, a very good environment for the sub-regional business. And anything that we are doing, of course, we'll give priority to Ghanaians if it comes to allocation. But our properties are open to the whole of West Africa, and of course, beyond that. We are currently developing our old estates. We have started a pilot. We teamed up with the KPMG, and we've done a feasibility, and we are currently regenerating our Kaneshie estates, which is near Dawudume estate. We have started, and we are also regenerating parts of Adenta. The government in 2004-05 started the affordable housing. We refer to it as the existing affordable housing project, which was not completed. And it is the desire of the current government to continue it. And State Housing is actually completing about 72 units of it. Okay,
thank you very much. We'll come back to that. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Daniel Sapani.
Daniel, you're on air.
I'm speaking from London.
Okay, go ahead, Daniel. Hello, Daniel, go ahead.
Hello.
Can hear you live.
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, Dr. Ankra.
Hello, Mr. Sampani.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I think I know who the caller is.
Okay, can you go ahead with your question, please?
Anyway, I'm very pleased you just joined us in London.
Yes.
Are you here now?
Yes, I am. This is a live program.
Okay, can you go straight to your question? We don't have much time. If you go straight to your question, please.
My question is, I've been given a land in Adenta.
Yes.
But unfortunately, the money that Dr. DM is asking is just too much. I haven't been able to carry on with the property. But in due course, I'll come back to him, and then we have to discuss and see what we can do together.
Daniel, thank you very much for your call. Let's just go straight to the type of housing we're talking about, the specifics, the dimensions of the housing. Is it semi-detached, detached, or let's talk more about that.
Yes, at the various sites we have different typologies. At the existing affordable housing at Boteman, which is some few minutes away from East Legon, near the motorway, we're doing 1 and 2 bedroom flats. When you come to Adenta, we have a lot of different types. We have detached properties, we have semi-detached, and then we have flats as well.
Right.
With Kaneshie, Latebiokoshi, and Kanda, these projects are going to be mainly flats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll come back to how much money is everything these days. We'll come back to how much they're worth. I have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, my name is Betty.
Hello, Betty.
I'm calling from Basildon.
Okay, Betty, you're live on air.
Hello, sir. I just bought a house from State Housing.
Right.
And I finished paying everything, and they gave me the key and the letter that shows that I finished paying everything. But my husband went home on this August ending. According to them, they say we didn't finish payment. But my question is, how can they give us a key where we are not finished, because this is a government property?
Okay. Betty, thank you very much for your call. And I would request from callers, if you call, just go straight to your question, so we don't have so much time. I'll let you respond to that.
Yes, I would need to get the full details of that, because in some instances, people do not pay within the agreed time period. So they may have incurred some interest that will be chargeable. But I don't know, maybe because of some circumstances, the person who was dealing with them decided to give them the keys.
Okay.
I would have thought that they should be rather grateful that if they hadn't finished paying, they've actually received the keys.
We'll give contacts later for them
yes,
to
I'll be
get
interested
in
in
touch
that.
with you,
I can
so
get
you can deal with that directly. But let's come to the financing issue, the value of the properties.
Yes.
How much are they going for?
Well, I mean, State Housing is committed to, providing very competitive prices, and the kind of corporate policy that we have, we don't mark up as high as the private sector, real estate developers, as you would expect. So for the 2 bedrooms, our properties start from, and of course it depends on the location. At Boteman, the prices starts from, over about 50,000 Ghana cedis, upwards.
50,000 Ghana
yes,
cedis,
the price
will be,
for the 1 bedroom. But these are prices that we are anticipating that we will put out in the public domain once they've been endorsed by the ministry.
We have some pictures actually rolling on the screen now. Is that a 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom property?
This could be any of the bedrooms, but these are some of the finishes that the flats at Carnation we are offering people, but this will be chosen by individuals.
Right.
And they are add-ons to the properties.
But anyone interested in perhaps buying any of these properties, is there any form of, can you customize to suit their interest and needs?
Absolutely. That's why we have actually, we've selected some materials and also some designs that people would work through with our staff to go through. I mean, trying to get some of these properties is not difficult at all. You have to register onto the National Housing Register, which was introduced in February and implemented from July.
Okay.
So once you come through, you go through a series of engagements with our staff, and we'll make sure through very transparent means you get what you want.
Okay. Before we actually come to the very specifics of the various housings you have for sale,
yeah.
A lot of the time you find that houses are built in areas where there are no communal areas, like recreational facilities, i.e. Shops, hospitals, pharmacies, even playgrounds for kids to play. Does your design have any such arrangements to?
Absolutely, absolutely. Our vision at State Housing now is to provide affordable homes in thriving communities where people have a sense of pride and place. And that means that we have a commitment to providing social amenities for the community. For instance, if you look at our Kaneshie project, they have only 1 park that they play. We are currently using those open spaces to start the development. But within the master planning, by the time we finish, we would have provided about 3 playgrounds. And we are providing commercial facilities and also communal facilities. So we are not leaving anything unturned. It has to be a place that people can thrive, and they could be, dependent on the immediate environment for their needs, their social and economic needs.
Okay. Before we actually come back to the terms and conditions of purchase, let me just ask, is there any facilities management to actually maintain the quality over the longer term of the properties?
Absolutely. I mean, wherever I have, discussed the housing issue, I've always said that in Africa and in Ghana, management has to be mandatory. If you look at the over 26 estates that State Housing built over the years in Accra alone, the Greater Accra region, we have 26 estates. We haven't done that well with management,
right.
And that is why a lot of our properties have deteriorated. We have a problem with encroachments. Most of our estates, people have built in ways and erected structures and all. Management has to be mandatory to preserve the environment and also to preserve the vision with which we are trying to regenerate our communities. We have a wonderful opportunity to change our built environment. Whatever we see in this part of the world is possible in Ghana. And until we work towards it and we understand how it has been done, we will not be able to achieve it.
Okay. In case you've just joined us, we're talking to Dr. Mark Ankrah. He's the managing director of a state housing company in Ghana. We're just wrapping up now. Let's just say I'm interested in acquiring one of your properties. What do I do to get in touch with you? How does the process start?
As a Londoner, you will have to contact our local partners here, Property Express and Shaw's Anchor. They have also got some local collaborators, and they will register you onto the National Housing Register. Once you are registered onto it, your needs will be captured, and then allocations will be made in a very transparent manner. You have a secure number.
I think the numbers are actually rolling on your screen now. You can actually visit their website and also send any information you wish to see. But in the meantime, let me just quickly ask you, what are the guarantees to Ghanaians investing in the state housing company projects that the investment will be protected by your company?
Well, when you say investors, are they those who are buying them?
Those buying.
Those buying.
Yeah.
Well, we can guarantee quality, and the further this time round, what you see is what you get. We'll make sure that our allocation system is transparent, and we are accountable. We are improving our customer service to all our clients, and we hope that within the shortest possible time, once people make commitment and they keep to their side of the bargain, we will deliver what we promise.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time. There's been lots of calls coming in. Unfortunately, we cannot pick all those calls. But if you have any questions to ask, go to their website, send them an email, or call the numbers on your screen and do more inquiries. I've been talking to Dr. Mark Ankrah. It's been a pleasure having you here, Doc. I wish we could have so much of these discussions so Ghanaians in the diaspora can actually invest in their own economies. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Frank Evans Anderson. Have a good evening.
Wow, that was good.